Good morning. Are we videoing? Yes, we are. I was going to attempt to shower before I started talking to the camera, but as you can see, it has not happened. Big plans for the day today: shower and beautiful blue sky out there, beautiful, and going for a walk. Well, Tom has suggested a road that's not too far away, going up the hill and back down. Quite nervous. I haven't, because I was self-isolating 2 weeks before the op, and then I've been out of action for a week, I guess, just pottering. Quite nervous. The thing the nurse said to me was, just bear in mind wherever you walk to, you've got to get back from. Maybe I'd have to go. I was thinking maybe I'd have to go and get Tom to go and get the wheelbarrow to bring me back, but I suppose he could just bring the car. That is an option. Anyway, why was I burning to get on here? I was going to impart something. Can't remember. Oh yeah, I do know. So I went to bed quite early last night. Must have been 9 something. I just couldn't. I think when I've started taking paracetamol again. I've been halving them with my pill spitter so they don't get stuck in my throat. That really helped yesterday, actually. Just trying to manage on ibuprofen just wasn't doing it. But ibuprofen and paracetamol might be the magic answer. But in the evening, you just swell up. If anybody is new here, I've had a tummy tuck, and they call it swell hell. And in the evening, you just swell up. I had a fat fanny again. That swelled up as well, so that's nice. Anyway, yeah, a bit of pain in the evening. But I think taking all the paracetamol now all day, I was so tired by I'd had a nano nap in the afternoon. That would be barbaric not to have had that. So I went to bed about 9 something. Tom came up and I wanted him just to sit on the bed and chat to me. And he kept trying to leave. And I said, oh no, don't go yet. And then at one point he said, Shirley, I think you're falling asleep. And so I woke up and was like, oh, okay, no, you can go now. So he went off, and I've just seen him, and he said that he thinks he left me at 10. God, this is a roundabout way of telling you I've slept. I think I must have had 7 hours. I think it was last century sometime when I last slept 7 hours. So it's a miracle. Oh, can you imagine just sleeping 7 hours every single freaking night? I think you'd be really like a different person. I think you'd be happier. I think you'd be nicer to people. Well, I'm going far too. I'm off down a road of unicorns and rainbows, and I should rein it back in. I've had one night's sleep of 7 hours. I should get a grip. This is what I do. I get all overexcited about one thing. Stop it. So I had a doorstep meeting. You know, you can do this like bench thing now with a friend. So I said to my friend, we've got like a bench out the front under like a shelter down the side. You've probably seen it. So I put a chair out there as well. So I sat on a chair under the shelter. My friend sat on the bench and came with a little one. Little cutie she is. She's 3. And I'll have to show you the card. Well, no, she didn't make me a card. I think she was given a card to draw in. My friend doesn't know what happened to the card. What I ended up with was an envelope covered in Peppa Pig stickers. But when I opened the door, she's grown up with coronavirus, so far. So she's used to, you put something on the doorstep, ring the doorbell, stand 2 meters back. And so I opened the door and she stood there, but then she walks forwards, gets the envelope and passes it to me. I was like, oh, that's lovely. And it is lovely. It's just an envelope covered in Peppa Pig stickers. She was so happy to give it to me. So I had a really good catch up with my friend because I haven't seen it, obviously with self-isolation as well. I haven't seen her for weeks. And she hadn't seen me since I'm having a tummy tuck news, because I kept it on the lowdown. I kept it on the lowdown from everybody because I was so worried about the reaction I'd get, because I really wanted to have it done, and I didn't, I care about what well, and what my friends think. So I don't know what I was thinking, but everybody's just been lovely. So first initial when we sat down was like, yeah, like I was like, oh, that's your reaction. Oh, okay. Yeah. What else did I get up to yesterday? I was doing things again, like putting wash on, putting dishwasher on, but it was okay. I need to sort of gradually bring it up, but I was also trying to bear in mind and not overdo it so that I get really uncomfortable so that I get in pain again. And I'm having a bit of an urge to put some stuff on eBay. I miss that cha-chingo sound. I might do it. I might put some stuff on today. I keep seeing Shopping with Sophie was saying, oh, you know, it's payday weekend, la 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 la. So I'm like, someone want to buy a miracle brooch on payday weekend? You never know. I could give them that option on a plate. Yeah, so feeling very positive. Yeah. Oh, I didn't do it very well. Little one, my friend's funny. She brings her little one out, and well, she'll give her a phone to play on, but I'm always like, oh, with the kids as well. I don't know if I've made a rod for my own back, but I've always had food on me, and I've always had toys on me or stuff to entertain them. If we're going to a cafe or something, right, I've got stuff for them, like when they were little. But I've started doing it for my friend's little one now because otherwise, like, I think, well, she hasn't got anything with her. She's going to get bored. So I've always on, oh, where we going? I'll stick some toys in or some colouring stuff. So on the doorstep yesterday, I've got a tub of Duplo, which we had for Connie, which Tom got from a car boot when I was pregnant with Connie. Yeah, so anyway, it's filled up with, it was half full with Duplos, and then I hid some like treats in there, like a saurine and a little fruit stick thing for her to find. When she finished, she was so good. She like, it was time to go. She hadn't been told it was time to go, but she decided. So she packed all the stuff up, put the lid on, came put the pot back where it had been. Time to go now. Oh, the visit's over. Oh, it's lovely. I can't remember what it was that I was. Maybe it was just the sleep thing I wanted to impart with you, to you, around about you, all around. Yeah, I think I haven't been on the camera for about a day and a half, so it's verbal diarrhea time. I did release my 7-8 day update yesterday after a message from Karen saying, you're right, because like there's been no video output for about a day and a half. I'm assuming, actually, bizarrely, for some YouTubers, I guess they've struggled for content because of lockdown, and they're used to like actually providing content, whereas I'm used to not providing content, of just, well, become quite used to just talking to you, catching up. I'm quite used to having a little catch up with you. Let's dress it up a little bit, which from my bed, which involves nothing. Aren't you lucky? So anyway, I don't know how much will change after lockdown. I don't think I'm suddenly going to start becoming somebody who's taking you around the world vlogging. I think you'll still pretty much see me in the bed. Little twinge. Oh yeah, itchiness last night as well. Itchy, witchy. It's something to do with the nerve endings growing back. And I did at one point take the binder off and have a good scratch, and then I was just sore afterwards. It was, you know, you can't help yourself when you're like, when you're doing the scratching the itch, you're like, this is going to hurt afterwards, but it feels so good. I can't stop itching. I can't stop scratching. Yeah, and then you pay for it afterwards. But I'm a bit like that. I'm a bit like, I'm in the moment, leave me alone. Scratch. Oh, that was a mistake. Oh yeah, that was the big news. I did order a load of crop tops off of H&M yesterday. H&M advertised at me, and I was like, oh yeah, H&M, like you get free delivery if you've got an account. Oh, I love you, H&M. So I just went in, I searched by crop, because I'm not wearing anything else this summer. Crop tops, give it to me. So I ordered a load of t-shirts, and I think it's mostly t-shirts. Did I order a jacket? It was a little velvet zip-up jacket crop, but then I thought, velvet's for winter really, I don't want velvet for the summer. Did I order a jacket? I can't remember. I'll tell you what, oh, it might be a bit boring because it's just mostly like black vest tops and stuff. Oh, it was a lot of vests. Vests are my way to go this summer, I've decided. Vests are me. I've decided, I want to wear vests. I don't know where this is coming from. I think I'd pretty much gotten rid of all my vests, and as soon as I got rid of them, I'm like, vests. Not vests like keep you warm vests, I mean vest tops. Vest tops coming in? I think there might be. And white ones as well. I usually wear just black, but I wanted a white vest top. Trouble is, they're all a bit like racerback, and do you... Like I also got rid of not underwear, what do I mean? Strapless bras, because you know they don't show. I've got to say, no, I'll just show the strap. Don't really care. So do you do that with a racer, or do you try and find a strapless bra to? I don't know if to be honest, I think I've reached a point where I can't be asked with strapless bras because they sort of pull you down, fall down, or yeah, there's the danger of it coming off completely. I mean, less so for me because it's not too much to hold up compared to most other women in the world. I don't know if I can be asked with that anymore. The same as there's absolutely no way I'll be wearing heels again in my life. And don't care either. Oh, it's my nephew's, I've got to save the date for my nephew's wedding. Winter wedding, just for Christmas. Oh, I love a winter wedding. But I was in hospital when thinking about this because the invite came whilst I was in hospital. I was dreaming about it. I was dreaming about outfits. I was like, oh, it's going to be such a good wedding. Like, sometimes you go to a wedding or it's like, you know, a friend of Tom's, I don't know everybody there so well, and so it's, you know, it's a wedding. But when you go and you're like, this is going to be a great wedding. This is going to be a great wedding. Like, I'm so looking forward to it already. And, you know, because we haven't caught up with family in such a long time as well. So, and my nephew's lovely. So, it'll be good. And, yeah, and I'm like, oh, I wonder what I can get away with wearing. I was thinking, oh, maybe I'll have my buzz cut by then. And then, yeah, this is over planning. I know it's a long way away, but I can't help it. So, oh, maybe I could get some new DMs, a long dress. Maybe I could go for some floaty shit dress with the DMs. Maybe a buzz cut. Although I'd get a lot of people coming up saying, oh, you've been ill. I could come up with a witty response to that, I suppose. Yeah. But one thing's for sure, I will not be wearing dainty sandals. And that's the trouble with the summer wedding, is I think women are expected to turn up in some kind of dainty sandal affair, and I don't do that. I don't do dainty sandals. But I could turn up in something like DMs juxtapositioned with, well, it's quite early in the morning for a word like that, isn't it? Juxtapositioned with floaty shit. Well, mind you, it will be winter and I feel the cold. Maybe velvet shit. Velvet jacket. Yeah, I'm sure there'll be much more talk of outfits nearer the time. Connie's a bit, but she's 15, but she's not girly at all. And I said, well, what about a long skirt? Or, I mean, she could wear trousers. We'll find her something. That I said, you need to make a little bit of an effort. I was like, you can't go in your jean shorts. You just, you know, you don't have to wear something that's not you, but you're going to have to make a little effort. Maud would be fine. She's quite happy to wear. She'll want something pretty, I expect. Pretty-ish. Right, let's just pause this here because I need another cup of tea. I'm drinking out my Nan mug that Connie got me for Mother's Day. Little bitch. getting through the eggs, I've discovered that I love the caramel eggs even more than the cream eggs. I love them. Caramel egg love. Oreo eggs as well. Oh. To be honest, I am getting through a fair amount of chocolate on top of trying to eat well. So it probably is time to get walking again. Let's pause it there. Oh yeah, remembered what else I wanted to impart. I'm just doing my tea. Ooh. Couple of things. Here's my envelope. That's my envelope. That's my get well soon envelope. It's the cottons. Yes, important news off the block. This. Started this last night. Black duck giraffe. Oh, what's that? That's my friend's just gone past. New South Wales 2020. Trimberley's Family Reserver. It's always a good sign. 14.5% New South Wales. Hello. Yeah, that's yeah. Finished this one as well. Took me ages to finish that because I was, Tom doesn't really drink red, but look at the label, isn't it gorge? Yeah, the thing that do you think this is probably a bit of an insight, but do you know what? The nurses, like, before you're like properly hysterically in pain, so you can't really enjoy their care so much, then it's just like, stop the pain, I'm going to die. But before that, they're so lovely. I'm like, it occurred to me this morning, could you just, like how you pay to go into a hotel, could you just pay to go in and just have them be caring for you? This is probably a big insight to me, but like, it was so nice to have, they kept popping in, are you okay? It was lovely. They were so lovely. Could I just pay them to do that for me, not being ill, like, or having an operation? Could I just go in, have really nice food, have them popping in all the time and everyone being lovely? And I would like my hand held as well, to be honest. There was no hand holding, and at one point I did want to say, please can you hold my hand? Although Julia, she did like rub me on the shoulder once, and I did, when I left, I said, I really needed that. I said, oh, that was really nice. And it made me feel, I can see why like people being able to hold the hand of somebody in a nursing home, how important that is, because a lot of the time I just want somebody to sit next to me and hold my hand. Oh, is that a bit sad that I'm talking about paying somebody to hold my hand? Tom will hold my hand, but I want a bit of the caring stuff as well. That's probably a right old insight. I bet psychologists have a moon day, a field day with that. But yeah, seriously, because I used to think this about having therapy. I used to think, oh, that's right, so I remember offloading on a couple of doctors, and I used to think, is this what therapy is? Could I just pay I remember saying to one of them, can I just come and see you like once a week? And he laughed, and I thought, no, I'm serious. Like, you just pay somebody to like pretend to be interested and attentive. Just offload everything once a week. I suppose you get that if you go out with your friends, don't you? And maybe that's what I'm missing, because you like always just cleaning the sink up, always, after a good catch up, you just feel better, don't you, about everything. Yeah, I think maybe I'm not very sociable, to be fair, but even I've been pushed to the edge by this lockdown. Car's going by. Activity at 8:47 in the morning on a Saturday. Yeah, could you just pay someone to just care for you like that? I'd quite like that. Like, and it's when you want it, rather than somebody who's overbearing on you. You go, no, I'm here for the caring. Like, let caring start. I'm just going to turn you around and show you how beautiful it is outside. Look how lovely it is. Oh, can I see a bit of blue sky edge? There you go. Oh, that's what I was talking about. There's a little bench there, look. And shelter. And I sat up here. Yeah. It's lovely. Okay. Did manage shower, but overdid it in the kitchen. I got a bit previous. This is what happened the last time I overdid it. Post tummy tuck for people who have just joined. I was dancing around. What did I have on? Scar on Alexa, and I'm a bit mental, to be honest. And yeah, shouldn't have done that. So I'm in bed trying to rest up because I definitely want to go for a little mini walk in a bit. Just bribed Maud with a Ferrero Rocher to get me a squash. Well, to be fair, she was going to get me a squash, but then I said she could reward herself with a Ferrero Rocher. I think I might start just using that as currency in the house now to get things done. But just going to Tom is here. Tom is in the house or in the bed. We're playing Yahtzee. Enjoying your Yahtzee?
Yeah.
Oh. Cool. You wouldn't know that he performs in public. Not stripping. I know that sounds like stripping. No, but it's not stripping. Just leave it at that. So I'm going to wrap this up. Have a lovely Saturday and Sunday. I probably won't be on tomorrow. Have a good rest of your weekend. Bye-bye, don't die.